Hello everybody, I'm Christian, and welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play series. In between episodes, I took care of a few things. So last episode, we built this, and I wanted to try and make it look a little bit bulkier. So I added this little ring of ice back around the back. If we head back here, you can see that I still haven't finished the back, but I think it complements it well, and we have some more ice, so it just matches a little bit better. And then I also mentioned I was going to work on the pumpkin patch a little bit. You can see that tree is still despawning. And here, let's get a little higher real quick. Yeah, I filled out the edges a little bit more, and the reason I did that is just because, compared to this giant old wheat field, the pumpkin patch felt pretty small, so we got that taken care of. And the goal for this episode is to be working on this never-ending project right here. And what we're gonna do is, I have this old bamboo farm over here, and currently I have to go in there with an axe and chop it all down. I wanted to put some flying machines in here. I just learned how to actually build them, and they're so simple, a lot simpler than I thought they'd be. And so I figured I'll do two separate things with those flying machines. One will be putting one in there, and then the drops will automatically come over here and fill this chest up, just so I never have to worry about refueling. And then also we're going to head over to the Guardian farm today, and we're going to put some down in the water because, let's fly over there real quick. The squids get, oh no! The squids get killed by the guardians over here, and there ends up being a ton of ink sacs just floating around in the water. There's not very many because I didn't AFK, but yeah, it just leaves a ton up on the top of the surface, and it kind of lags a little bit. But then also, I don't get enough down in the actual farm to actually craft a ton of dark prismarine when I need it. So having that farm will be pretty nice. We'll just have some flying machines going across the water with slime blocks pushing them into some hoppers. And I already went ahead and put together all these materials in between episodes just so I wouldn't have to worry about grinding for them in between. It's gonna take a ton of hoppers. That was over 10 stacks of iron, so we might be running kind of low. Let's check real quick. Yeah, pretty low. I'm eventually gonna need to set up the old iron farm. I destroyed my old one, and we're already running pretty low from all the hoppers that I need to use in this world. I'll probably do that in one of the next few episodes. But anyways, guys, let's hop into creative mode real quick, and I'm just gonna demonstrate very, very quickly how this flying machine actually works. And so you can see that I've already got one built in this creative world, and they're very, very simple. You're just going to build a return station that looks like, here, I'll come to this side, just like this, and you can have a lever on it just so it's on and off. And so all that you really need to worry about is that, so this side, this observer is going to line up with this trapdoor, and likewise on this side. And then this is a very simple pattern. So you got that powering that, which powers the piston, which then pushes it forward. And all you got to do now is flip the switch, and it'll go back and forth. And when it gets to right here, yep, see, very, very simple. It's going to push that and then pull it towards itself. And the great thing about these is that you can have them go as far as you want, as long as you have a return station. I could have it go from down there all the way to down here, or even farther. As long as it's within your render distance, it's just going to go back and forth. And also another thing you want to know is that you can actually have these extend up to 10 blocks out. I would have to destroy some of these blocks for it to go. But yeah, you can have it go out to 10 blocks on each side. And you don't necessarily have to have like blocks going along the side like that, but if you do want some, you just got to make sure it's an immovable block, like leaves, melons, furnaces, obsidian, crying obsidian. There's lots of options you can go with right there. And it's a bit noisy in here because there's rails under there, so I'm just gonna build it and do like not a full time lapse, but just a mini little time lapse getting the flying machines installed in here, and then I'll be right back. Sweet. So as you could see, we got that working all nice and well. I went ahead and put a couple levers in there just so I could shut it off. I also came down here and just kind of stopped all these mine carts in their track. First thing I want to do is just try and get an extra line of hoppers just to help with the unload speed, just to make sure it doesn't get too clogged up. And then next, we're gonna build a simple item unloader in the place of this chest that goes down into a water stream, and it's just gonna bring all of our bamboo over to the auto smelter. Make our lives a lot easier. Oh no. Sweet, guys, we got most of it done so far. If you come down here, I had some torches under this row of blocks. I had to move that back a bit so that I could add this extra row of hoppers, and then they all lead into this dispenser right here, which we got a simple item unloader. So an item goes in there, it goes to the repeater to extend the signal, and then you come this way, and then it puts it a signal into the side, which then shuts it off, and then it also is gonna power this block with the target block. And so if we got an item in there, it just drops it, and I have it facing down this way. This is the last step I'm going to need to do. We're just going to have a water source, bring it all the way over to here. I already set this up, so it's gonna come up this way, and then we'll come around here, and it's going to lead all the way into here. So it'll be fully automatic fuel. I'll no longer have to worry about having to like come here and bring it over here. And you'd think like with just like one harvest, oh, that's enough for a while, but it really is not, because you need 4 bamboo per item, and when we're smelting like 5-6 stacks at a time of items, it just doesn't really cut it. So I'm just going to set this up real quick, and we'll be right back. Awesome, guys, I got it all working. And unfortunately a creeper had blown up right there, so I had to rebuild all that. But I'm gonna head in here real quick. Sorry about the noise. Let's run down here and turn it on, and then that should always be running. I can turn it on and off whenever I want to though. And then we'll come down here. Creeper also blew up over here. We gotta fix that. But yep, you can kind of see the bamboo going through there. And if we come over here, let's see, Yep, it's going into the chest. So this thing should finally stay nice and stocked, which is going to be awesome. And I'll never have to worry about fuel again. I am a little bit worried though that like some stone or maybe some building materials kind of got picked up by the hoppers. I haven't checked, but I'm just gonna have to come through here manually and check all these hoppers and chests and stuff later on once it kind of gets filled up. But I mean, I'm not too worried about that. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then the same thing is going to apply over here. We're gonna have 4 of them though, and they're each gonna be at least 10 blocks long. And I'm gonna have 2 long ones right here, and like 2 long ones on one side, then 2 short ones. So like one from there to there, one from there to there. And also, I just found this out. It's kind of cool. There's a temple right there. But look at that. There's another one right over her. That's insane. I've never seen 2 so close to each other. Kind of cool. Anyways, guys, let's get started building this. I'm gonna just jump into another mini little time lapse for y'all. And we're all done here, guys. It was kind of a pain in the butt to do this. I had to go brew some invisibility potions because these guys kept messing with me. And last minute addition was this wall. I came up with this design by myself, so it may not be the most efficient. But I did AFK for a little bit and did notice that some items were getting shot over, like this little wall right here. And the reason I use glass is just so I wouldn't have to light it up. Just I don't want mobs to spawn it. It would affect the rates of the guardians, and we don't want that. And then also, let's check out the chest real quick. I barely AFK'd. This was probably about like 5 minutes. I don't feel like going to each chest, and that was before I added this wall where a ton was getting launched over, so it should work a lot better now. And I'm pretty proud of this. It looks kind of cool from the sky as well. Let's get one more look before I fly away. Yeah, would you look at that? And I did die twice doing this. I really hate guardians. They do pack a punch. And I wasn't wearing armor because I had invis, and it kept running out, and they'd like 2 or 3 shot me. There's like a ton of them in there too. But anyways, job complete, guys. Let's go. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for today's episode. I had a lot of fun working on these flying machines. They just gonna make my life a whole lot easier. And let's check to see if there's any fuel building up yet. No, it's still gonna take a while. There's a ton of chests over there. It's fine though. I'm not too worried. If y'all like this video though, just be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week when 1.17 comes out. Should be tomorrow. Bye bye, guys.